Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Marcia, and I decided to make a video finally. Create this video to just talk about myself. While I tried background music, I tried a lot of things, and I like, you know what? What the heck? Let's just make this video because it's time for me to speak up. This is probably not my fifth time, sixth, 10th time I'm trying to make this video. Anyway, so there's no filter there. It's just me talking, speaking my truth. And whoever might resonate with my story of remembrance, you'll know what I'm talking about. And for those that can't or wouldn't be able to understand, maybe one day I hope you'll understand and you'll be able to resonate. But this is my story. This is what has happened to me. I don't even want to use that, but this is my story of remembrance. I was afraid to speak up for many, many years, and I've been afraid. And my friend, best friend, she told me, Marsha, it's time. It's a woman I met many years ago at the age of 19, and we have walked into our road of remembrance together, and we know now why we had to meet many, many years ago, more than 20 years ago. So this is my story. My remembrance story started many years ago at the age of 1920. So I was born in a very religious family. Both mom and dad's side are quite religious. So this was very strange for me when these things happened to me. The first thing that happened to me was at the age of 1920, excuse me, I woke up one morning and I felt different. I felt extremely different. I felt powerful. Yes, I did. I felt powerful and I was ashamed of it. I didn't understand where this energy, these feelings were coming from. Why I was ashamed of it? Because I said to myself, who am I? I'm just a little woman, a little human. I have no right to feel so powerful. But the power I felt within myself was the power of me, the possibility of conquering this world. I was very scared and I was ashamed of this energy that was in me. And I remember I felt different. I went to work and I took the train and everybody was staring at me and I was like, I didn't understand, but there was a peace. It was a peaceful power. Yeah, it was a peaceful power. Nothing extravagant. It was just a silent power within me. I looked, even before I took my train that morning, I looked in the mirror, obviously, because I was preparing myself. And I saw myself and I saw that I changed, that something about my face has changed. And I looked different. I didn't look like the Marsha that I used to know. And on my way to work, we stopped at another train station. One of the girls that worked with me back then, she got on the train and she didn't recognize me. And we were quite close enough with one another at work. We were not friends, but we were very good colleagues. She looked at me and like couple of 5 seconds, 10 seconds later, she realized that it was me. She was standing literally next to me and she asked me, Marsha, is that you? And I didn't do anything physically to change about myself. Nothing. And I told her, yes, it's me. And she looked at me like with astonishment. She couldn't believe it. I went to work that day and that powerful feeling, that peaceful strength, power, I carried the whole day. And with that, I carried shame. And the years went by. I went through a lot of ups and downs in my life. I'm South African, but I've been living in France for the past 20 years now. And I've been through a lot. And even until last year, I lost my home, I lost my job. Me and my children, we were literally homeless, like literally. Nobody knows about this. My family do not know about it. If they see this video, they will know about it now. But I'm not ashamed of it. It's just that knowing who I am came with a lot of confusion. My story of remembrance came with a lot of pain, confusion, chaos. It came with a lot of obstacles, me doubting myself, me not understanding myself. It was hard. Why? And now I understand why it was hard. Because I didn't want to accept myself. And I'm not talking about being a human being. No. I'm not talking about just being Marsha in this woman sitting here in front of the camera. No, I'm not talking about that. But the I am that I am as Marcia in human form. I'm talking about that. That kind of remembrance. That I'm not just a simple woman on this planet, but I am that I am, speaking through this voice as this voice. Because I didn't understand myself. Because I listened to outside voices, the voices of society, the voices of my family, of friends, what I should be, how I should walk, talk, do, be. I didn't want to accept myself. And saying this out loud now, I just understood the intensity of actually me rejecting myself. So I always wondered who I was. Always. Was I just this little girl? Those were the questions I asked myself when I was a little girl. I remember the age of 6. I went to church one Sunday with my grandmom. And I saw the cross of Jesus as I entered the church. And I asked myself, why is Jesus the only Son of God? Who am I then? What did I do not to be the daughter of God? And what those people that lives, those Native Americans, Native Africans, and Asian people, and all other people, those that do not know that God exists or pray to other gods, what's going to happen to them? And I lived in fear of the God that I was raised to believe in. I was in fear of him. I was afraid of my own thoughts. I was afraid to have bad thoughts. He would punish me. Because I didn't understand. He created me, but he only chose Jesus as his only son. Why didn't he choose me? That's the thoughts of a young little girl of 6 years old. Never did I know that I will be able to sit here and create videos and really speak up. So whoever's interested in my stories, you may follow me. We can have coffee together. Share your thoughts. But I will continue speaking up. I won't be silent anymore. The silence stops here now. Because I know that I am speaking as Marcia.